Sharks have always been gray or brown to hide on the seafloor, but in the summer of 2024, something impossible happened off the coast of Costa Rica. Fishermen caught a bright orange shark with white eyes. In August 2025, scientists confirmed this was the first such case in history. On August 10, 2024, a group of fishermen struggled with a big catch off the coast of Costa Rica. For half an hour, they thought they were pulling up a large fish from deep water. But when an orange shape appeared out of the sea, everyone was shocked. Garvin Watson, the owner of a local hotel, recalled, "We saw an orange glow under the water and shouted in surprise. It was like a character from science fiction." The creature turned out to be a nurse shark, one of the calmest species of sharks. They usually grow 2 to 4 meters long and weigh up to 230 kilograms. They got their name because of the sucking sounds they make when feeding, similar to a baby. These sharks are sedentary ocean dwellers. Unlike other species, they do not need to swim all the time to breathe. They can rest on the bottom and pump water through their gills like a pump. During the day, they hide in coral reef caves. At night, they hunt crabs, lobsters, and small rays. Their gray-brown color is perfect camouflage for life on the seafloor. But this shark broke all the rules of nature. Its body was bright orange, like a ripe orange, and its eyes were milky white with no visible iris. A size of about 2 meters showed that this was an adult that had somehow managed to survive to maturity with such an incredibly visible color. The fishermen quickly photographed the find and released the shark back into the sea. In August 2025, a study appeared in the journal Marine Biodiversity explaining the mystery. A team of scientists led by Brazilian researcher Mariaxis Macias Cuyari found that the shark's color was caused by 2 extremely rare mutations. The first is albinism, when the body does not produce the dark pigment melanin. This is why its eyes were white. The second is xanthism, an excess of yellow-orange pigments. Xanthism is found in frogs and birds, but had never before been recorded in sharks. The combination of these mutations is called albino xanthochromism. In all of history, it has only been seen once before, in a ray in the Irish Sea in 2018. To understand how unique this is, it helps to compare with other rare animals. White tigers appear at a rate of about 1 in 10,000 normal tigers. Pink dolphins are even rarer, 1 in several million. But albino xanthochromism in sea predators is so rare that before Costa Rica, it had been seen only once in 100 years. This shark is literally 1 in a billion. The most amazing part is how the shark survived. Marine biologist Daniel Arauz explained, "Bright coloring is like carrying a warning sign. You become a target for predators, and at the same time you warn your prey about your approach. Usually such animals die young, but this shark managed to survive and reach adulthood. How could such a visible shark survive at all?" Scientists suggest several theories. The first theory is the murky waters of the Caribbean. Off Costa Rica, the water is often cloudy because of plankton and suspended particles. In such an environment, a baby orange shark could have been almost invisible to predators, gaining protection from its habitat instead of normal camouflage. The second theory is that its bright color may have scared off some predators who thought it was a poisonous creature. The third theory is linked to behavior. Nurse sharks spend most of their time on the sea floor among coral. Perhaps the orange color did not stand out as much among the bright tropical corals as it seems at first glance. Most likely, all 3 factors work together. Murky water hid the shark in childhood, the bright color scared enemies, and the coral reefs gave extra camouflage in adulthood. What makes this unexpected discovery revolutionary for science? First, it gives a key to understanding the genetics of cartilaginous fish, some of the oldest ocean dwellers that have existed on Earth for 400 million years. Studying how mutations work in sharks can help explain how color evolved in all vertebrates. Second, this case breaks the stereotype that bright mutations are always deadly. It turns out that nature can find ways for even the most unlucky individuals to adapt. This discovery is also important for medicine. Studying genetic mutations in ancient species helps to understand the mechanisms of hereditary diseases in humans. Albinism and pigment disorders also occur in people. Understanding how these mutations work in sharks may provide clues to treating similar conditions. But the main question is, what is happening to the ecosystem of the Caribbean Sea? Such mutations may signal changes in the environment. Stress from ocean pollution, higher water temperatures, and toxins can cause damage in DNA. If more of these sharks appear, it could point to serious ecological problems in the region. The case raises questions about the impact of climate change on marine life. The temperature of the Caribbean Sea has risen by almost 2 degrees over the past decades. This can affect the hormonal balance of marine animals and trigger genetic errors. If so, the orange shark may be the first visible sign of big changes in the ocean. Interestingly, such anomalies can serve as natural indicators of the health of marine ecosystems. Scientists have already noticed a rise in unusual finds in recent years, from completely transparent jellyfish to fish with altered body shapes. Perhaps we are witnessing the beginning of a new era of evolutionary changes linked to rapid climate shifts and changes in ocean water composition. This case also highlights the importance of preserving marine biodiversity as a whole. Nurse sharks are already under threat. Their populations are shrinking because of the destruction of coral reefs and poaching. The Caribbean ecosystem suffers from mass tourism and industrial pressure. Each unique individual becomes even more valuable for understanding how species adapt to a fast-changing world. Scientists plan to return to the place of discovery with underwater cameras and genetic equipment. They want to find out whether more of these sharks live there and what in the local ecosystem could have caused such mutations. If they find more individuals, it will show the start of a new genetic line. If not, the single orange shark will remain a living symbol of nature's uniqueness. The study also opens the way to explore other rare mutations in the ocean. There may be sharks of other unusual colors swimming there. We just have not found them yet. Each such discovery is a piece of the puzzle that helps us understand how life adapts to changes on the planet. What is next for science? The development of underwater drones and genetic technologies will allow such anomalies to be searched for around the world. Perhaps in the depths of the ocean, swim sharks that are pink, purple, or even striped. Each discovery will open new pages in understanding evolution and adaptation. The international scientific community is already creating a database of unusual marine finds. Fishermen and divers around the world have received instructions on how to document and report encounters with anomalous animals. The next discovery may happen as soon as tomorrow. The find in Costa Rica also changes the approach to marine research. In the past, scientists focused on studying typical representatives of species. Now, anomalous individuals are becoming just as important. They show the limits of adaptation and possible paths of evolution. Every wrong specimen can tell more about the future of a species than hundreds of ordinary ones. The economic side of the discovery is also significant. Unique marine finds attract tourists and investment in marine research. Costa Rica is already planning to expand ecotourism programs in the area of the discovery, which will help the local economy and at the same time finance further studies. The orange shark story ended touchingly. Before releasing the marine predator, Garvin Watson kissed its rough back and thanked it for an unforgettable meeting. Today, somewhere in the Caribbean Sea, the only orange shark swims, a reminder that the ocean is still full of mysteries. In an age when it seems that everything has already been discovered, the sea proves that it keeps secrets capable of changing our understanding of life on Earth.